Welcome back to the Go Nintai channel where language is through perseverance. It's your boy S.T with another grammar pattern coming at you. This week we're going to go through saseru, sasenai, and saseta. Get ready. Alright, so this week we're going to be talking about the causative form of verbs. That's just a big word for a cause of something to happen, right? So you are causing something to happen. If you want to make someone do something or get someone to do something, then you're going to use the causative form. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll first look at the way these verbs are conjugated. Then we'll look at some example sentences, and of course we'll end this all up with the reading of the week. So, first off, we're going to start with irregular verbs, since they're the quickest, easiest to knock out. There's only two of them, and then we can do some examples and look at some example sentences, how that works out. All right. So your first irregular verb, of course, is going to be suru. Suru, which means to do. The way we conjugate that is it looks like it becomes almost its own unique word, and it becomes saseru, to make someone do something, right? And then we have kuru. Kuru is your second irregular verb, and kuru, which means to come, of course, and when we conjugate that, we're going to change the kuru to causative. Causative. Causative means to make someone come, right? All right, let's look at two examples of how we actually conjugate it and what those words become. And we'll start with a word like yoi suru. Yoi suru, which means to prepare, right? If we want to make someone prepare, then we would change the yoi suru to yoi saseru. Yoi saseru, which means to make someone prepare. All right. Another example of that would be katte kuru. Katte kuru, right? Katte kuru means to go buy, right? You're going to go buy something, right? If you want to make someone go buy the thing or whatever it is you need, then you're going to say katte kosaseru. Katte kosaseru, which means make someone go buy, right? All right, let's look at some example sentences, and then we'll move on to irregular verbs. All right. So, the first example sentence we have Inu o sanpo saseru. Inu o sanpo saseru. This means I make him or her walk the dog. I'm making someone else walk the dog, right? And of course, I say he, her, or someone else because all the nouns, especially when they're not in the sentence, are neutral. So it's whoever you're talking to or whoever you're talking about, right? You made that person go do the thing, right? All right, and number two, we have実験器具を用意させる. 実験器具を用意させる, which means I make someone prepare the laboratory equipment. Number three, we have 荷物を取りに来させる. 荷物を取りに来させる, which means I make someone come and get the luggage. All right, and last but not least, we have number four. We have 料理の材料を買って来させる. 料理の材料を買って来させる, which means I make someone go to buy the food ingredients or the food material. All right. All right. So before we get into the next section of the grammar pattern that we're going into, I want to put out a quick little shout out / here's some info, or here's a tool for you to look for. Whenever I'm doing my conjugation of verbs, I go off of what I learned from, which was the Japanese from Zero series. So the naming convention that George Trumbull uses, the iru eru and the regular verbs naming convention, I think is the gold standard of how to look at the verbs in their classification or in their categories. I did start off with a book that taught the u verbs, ru verbs, or the ichidan godan verb type thing, and it 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 almost went over my head. Like I could still get it a little bit, but it was still hard to figure out which verb is which if I wasn't looking it up in the dictionary, or um, if I didn't know that one specifically. I think the naming convention and the style that the Yes Japan um, uses is just easier. The iru eru and the u verbs to me makes more sense, because when I was going under the u verb ru verb classification, they all end in us. And when George Trumbull pointed that out in one of his videos, I immediately understood what he was saying. Every verb ends in a u. It could be irregular verb. It could be iru eru verb, or what George Trumbull calls the iru eru verb, because it ends in u, right? Or it could be a u verb that ends in u, right? So if you don't know about the iru eru and the regular verb, and if I'm not explaining it to the best of the abilities that I can to help you, then go to the yesjapan.com website or watch one of his videos on YouTube. Perfect explanation and utilization. I don't get paid from Yes Japan. I only know of the man. I don't know the man, right? So this is just me giving what I think, my personal opinion, that is the gold standard of the way to think about the classification of verbs. But anyways, so let's get back to this topic, which we're going to be talking about the iru eru verbs, the causative form of them, how to conjugate them, and we'll see how to use them in sentences. Okay? All right. So that's why I said that. I said that to say this, right? So for the iru eru verbs, those are verbs that sound, the end of the verb sounds like iru or eru, like taberu, right? You have eru, right? For those types of verbs, I believe they're called ru verbs in the Ichidan Godan system. With those verbs, you're just going to drop the ru, the last syllable or consonant and syllable in the iru eru verbs, and you're going to add saseru. Okay, hope that makes sense. If not, hopefully these examples will catch you up to speed, and then we'll move on. So let's look at the first example. We have kaeru, which means to change, right? Kaeru means to change. For this to be conjugated, we're going to drop the ru, which means it becomes kae, and then it would be adding the saseru, so it would be kae saseru. So this means to make someone change, right? Let's look at another example. We have tsuzukeru, right? And you see how it sounds like eru, tsuzukeru, right? Which means to continue, right? If you want to make someone continue, we're going to drop the ru, so it becomes tsuzuke, and then we're going to add saseru, tsuzuke saseru, which means make someone continue. Right? So sentence number 1, we have keikaku o kai saseru, keikaku o kai saseru, which means I make someone change the plan. Okay. Number 2, we have kenka o yame saseru, keika o yame saseru, which means I make someone stop the fight. Like the fight that's going on with my tongue and my brain, getting these words out. All right. Sentence number 3, we have jikko no higai o shirabe saseru. Jikko no higai o shirabe saseru, which means I make someone investigate the damage caused by or by the accident, right? Or the cause of the accident, right? And number 4, we have piano no練習を続けさせる. Piano no 練習を続けさせる, which means I make someone continue their piano practice, or their piano, practice. You gotta love and persevere every day, right? Even on the hard days. Even on the hard days. All right. All right. So I apologize in advance. I did not do a example portion for the regular verbs. It's really quick. Just quick note. It's easy to do. You're going to take the last section of the dictionary form of the regular verb and treat it like the nai form. So like, let's take a word like kiku. Kiku means to hear or to ask, right? So you would change it into what would look like the nai form, kikanai, right? To not hear, to not ask. And then you would drop the nai and add seru. So it'd be kikaseru, kikaseru, which is to make someone ask or hear, right? So that's the way you do regular verbs, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. If not, drop it in the comments. I'll try to make it clear or do another episode with those examples and all that good stuff. Anyways, moving on to the negative causative form, right? So how not to let someone do something, right? So in this, all we have to do is take the saseru portion of this grammar pattern and remove the ru on there and add nai. So it'd be sase nai, right? Or whatever the verb is. Let's look at some examples. Let's take it step by step, and then we'll get the result at the end, right? All right, let's look at the first example. We're going to take a word like unten suru, which means to drive. So if we want to make someone drive, then it would be unten saseru, right? To make someone drive. If we don't want to let someone drive, then it becomes unten sasenai, right? Don't let someone drive. Right? Let's look at another example. We have motte kuru, which means to bring. If we want to make someone bring, like my phone, then it would be motte kosaseru, right? And if we don't want to let someone bring, then it would become motte kosasenai. All right. Let's look at some example sentences. All right. Let's look at example sentence number 1. We have haha wa kodomo ni ice cream o tabe sasenai. Haha wa kodomo ni ice cream o tabe sasenai, which means the mother doesn't let the children eat ice cream. All right. Sample sentence number 2. 父は妹にテレビをつけさせない。父は妹にテレビをつけさせない。Which means the father doesn't let the daughter or the younger sister turn on the TV. Number 3. We have お兄さんは弟に車を運転させない。お兄さんは弟に車を運転させない. Which means the older brother doesn't let the younger brother drive the car. And because I'm one of the younger brothers, I know how that feels. All right. And example sentence number 4. 先生は生徒に漫画を持ってこさせない。先生は生徒に漫画を持ってこさせない. The teacher doesn't let the students bring comic books, and rightfully so. She should not. Again, I hope everybody can understand that I am a beginning learner, and my pronunciation and reading capabilities and talking capabilities are not the greatest. I'm here just like you, learning and going through the pain. So please don't beat me up too bad. I'm still learning just as everybody is together. And hope we can continue. Anyways, moving on to the next topic. All right, so now we can move into the past tense casual form of the causative form, right? So this one, just like the nai form of the causative form, it's really, really easy to conjugate. we take the saseru portion of the conjugation and we remove the ru and add ta. Real simple, right? Let's look at some examples. So we have 連絡する. 連絡する. 連絡する is to inform or to tell, right? Someone. Or to contact someone, right? And if we want to make someone inform somebody, then it would be 連絡させる. 連絡させる. And if we had made someone inform or tell something, then it would be 連絡させた. 連絡させた. All right. Next example, we have 暗記する. 暗記する, which means to memorize, right? If we want to make someone memorize, then it would be 暗記させる. 暗記させる. And if we made someone memorize, then it would be 暗記させた. 暗記させた. All right? Real simple, right? Too easy, right? Too easy, too easy. Let's get into some example sentences. Number 1, we have 理科の先生は生徒に薬品をかけさせた。理科の先生は生徒に薬品をかけさせた. Which means the science teacher made the students pour the chemicals. Right? Number 2, we have 日本語の先生は学生に日本語で答えさせた。日本語の先生は学生に日本語で答えさせた. Which means the Japanese teacher made the students answer or respond in Japanese. And they should. They should. Talking is the best thing to do. It's why I do this. It's exactly why I'm making these videos. I need to speak more. Even though I have plenty of opportunities since I live here in Japan, I should be speaking more. You should be speaking more. We should all be speaking more. Okay. Number 3, I believe. We have 部長は部下に会議の時間を連絡させた。部長は部下に会議の時間を連絡させた. Which means the manager made the subordinates tell people or inform people the meeting's time or the time of the meeting, right? And last but not least, we have 教授は学生に動詞の活用を暗記させた. 教授は学生に動詞の活用を暗記させた means the professor made the students memorize the verb conjugation. Sorry, you guys. I'm reading all the kanji and trying to memorize or anki myself. Trying to memorize all of this stuff too. So, with that done, we have just one little quick note that I'm going to throw in there. Well, not one little note, a little note section about what we've learned today. So for the iru eru version of the verbs, when we're doing the conjugation from what we've learned, which was the casual form when you're talking to friends and family, right? Now I'm going to go into how they look or sound when they're in their polite or formal style, right? So let's take something like 食べる, which would become 食べさせます, to make someone eat, right? And if we don't want to let someone eat, then it'd be 食べさせません. Okay, so you can see all we're doing is dropping the ru and either adding mas or masen or mashita or masen deshita, right? Real simple. If we take this to the past tense, that same word, we have tabe mas, right? Or we had tabe sasemasu, so it'd be tabe sasemashita, tabe sasemashita. If we didn't want or didn't let someone eat, then that'd be tabe sasemasen deshita, tabe sasemasen deshita. All right. For our irregular verbs, suru and kuru. For the present tense, we have sasemasu, which means make someone do something. And if we don't let someone do something, it's させません。させません。Alright? If we did make someone do something, then it'd be させました。させました。And didn't let someone do something, させませんでした。させませんでした。Again, I will put in the description the こさせます and こさせません, but we don't need to go over that. It's too easy for you. Let's get into this week's reading. 今日の理科の時間は気体を発生させる実験だ。実験に使う薬品は先生が準備した。先生は生徒たちに実験器具を用意させた。実験を始める前に先生は生徒たちに格好を考えさせた。わからない点は教科書を調べさせた。それから実験の注意点を説明した。先生は説明が終わるまで実験を始めさせなかった。先生の話が終わり、いよいよ実験が始まった。先生はビッカーに入れた黒い粉に薬品をかけさせた。そして発生した気体を別の瓶に集めさせた。そこに火がついたマッチを入れると、火は勢いよく燃えた。Alright, guys. That's it for this week. Of course, as always, it's your boy S.T from the Go Nintai channel saying hang in there, persevere, as always, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Go, 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 let me see.